Have you ever entered a room and suddenly forgotten the reason you walked there? Maybe you reread the same paragraph several times, yet nothing seems to stay in your mind. Or you begin one simple task, then reach for your phone only 2 minutes later. When this happens often, you may wonder whether your brain is gradually becoming slower over time. But your intelligence may not be disappearing. Your brain may simply be mentally overloaded. Small daily habits can quietly drain your attention, memory, and mental clarity over time. They make deep focus harder, silence uncomfortable, and ordinary daily tasks feel surprisingly exhausting. The good news is that habits can be changed once you understand what is happening. Welcome to Calm Mind Habits, where small changes help your mind feel clearer and calmer. Today, we will explore 5 habits that may be quietly making your brain less sharp. Before we begin, which happens most often for you, forgetfulness, poor focus, or mental fog, write just one of those words in the comments, then notice whether it changes later. Many people begin their mornings by reaching for their phones before their feet touch the floor. Within minutes, the brain receives messages, news, videos, emails, opinions, and endless new information. The same pattern continues as we switch applications, check notifications, and multitask throughout the day. None of these actions seems dangerous when viewed alone or repeated only from time to time. The problem appears when your brain is rarely allowed to focus deeply without interruption. Every notification delivers novelty, and every swipe promises something different, faster, or more interesting. Over time, your brain becomes trained to expect frequent stimulation and immediate rewards throughout the day. Then slower activities like reading, working, or simply resting begin to feel unusually difficult. This does not mean your attention is broken. It may simply be trained for distraction. Treat attention like a muscle that becomes stronger whenever unnecessary interruptions are gradually reduced. Start by avoiding your phone during the first 20 quiet minutes after waking each morning. Turn off unnecessary notifications and place your phone beyond easy reach during focused work. Sometimes a person who seems lazy is actually mentally overloaded, distracted, and deeply tired. Share this video with someone who has been feeling unfocused and mentally tired lately. Now think about the last time you waited somewhere without looking at your phone. Or remember the last walk you took without music, podcasts, videos, or background noise playing. For many people, even 30 seconds of emptiness now feels uncomfortable or strangely stressful. The moment nothing happens, your hand automatically reaches for another quick source of stimulation. But boredom is not always wasted time or evidence that nothing useful is happening. When external input becomes quiet, your brain can finally process what has already occurred. It can organize memories, connect ideas, notice emotions, and complete thoughts left unfinished earlier. This is why ideas often appear while showering, walking, washing dishes, or looking outside. Constant entertainment removes those quiet spaces before your brain has time to use them. You may consume more information while gaining less time to understand or integrate it. Create one small period of intentional boredom somewhere inside your normal daily routine each day. Walk without headphones, drink tea without scrolling, or slowly fold clothes in complete silence. At first, restlessness may reveal how strongly your brain now expects continuous stimulation every day. You do not need to fear empty moments. Silence is often where clarity begins. Educational content can feel productive because it gives the impression that learning is happening. You may watch psychology videos, listen to podcasts, read books, and save useful advice. By evening, you may feel informed even though very little knowledge has actually been applied. Consuming information and deeply understanding information are not the same mental process inside your brain. The brain learns more deeply when it must retrieve, explain, question, apply, or create. When you explain an idea simply, you discover whether you actually understand it clearly. When you apply an idea, information becomes lived experience instead of remaining passive knowledge. When you teach someone else, your brain organizes the concept with much greater clarity. But moving instantly toward new content keeps most learning shallow, fragmented, and quickly forgotten. This is why endless productivity content can coexist with very little meaningful action afterward. After learning something useful, pause briefly before opening the next new piece of content. Write 3 remembered ideas, then choose one useful idea that you can apply today. You might create a note, diagram, plan, or small action from what you learned. If you often save useful content but never return, this habit may affect you. Tap like as a small reminder to apply one idea before consuming the next. Even an active and curious brain cannot remain clear without enough regular recovery time. Sleep is often the first thing people sacrifice whenever they want more usable time. We finish one more task, watch one more episode, or keep scrolling while exhausted. The next morning, caffeine may hide tiredness without replacing the recovery your brain missed. Poor sleep can weaken attention, learning, emotional balance, memory, clear thinking, and everyday decision-making. You may feel forgetful, easily overwhelmed, or unusually slow while completing ordinary daily tasks. Sleep is not a period when your brain becomes inactive or completely shuts down. It helps restore the brain, process memories, and prepare your mind for the following day. One difficult night will not destroy your mental clarity or permanently harm your brain. The larger problem is repeatedly treating sleep as optional and proper recovery as unnecessary. Keep your waking time relatively consistent, even when your bedtime occasionally changes slightly from day to day. Dim the lights, write unfinished thoughts down, and reduce emotionally stimulating content before bed. Move your phone away from the pillow so tired nighttime scrolling becomes less automatic. Think of sleep as part of tomorrow's clarity, not a reward for finishing everything. The brain does not exist separately from the body that carries and supports it. Sitting for hours, staying indoors, eating irregularly, and relying on caffeine affects mental energy. You may call yourself unmotivated when your mind is actually responding to physical stagnation. Movement supports alertness, mood, sleep quality, mental energy, and your ability to maintain attention. This does not mean you need an intense, complicated, or exhausting workout every day. Stand after long periods of sitting and gently stretch your shoulders, back, and legs. Take a short walk after meals or step outside briefly for natural morning light. Choose movement that feels easy enough to repeat consistently, even on your most difficult days. 10 regular minutes usually helps more than waiting endlessly for the perfect hour-long workout. Drink water before assuming that your tired brain immediately needs another cup of coffee. Give your eyes regular screen breaks and allow your body to change position often. Sometimes your brain needs movement, light, water, rest, and less stimulation, instead of motivation. Mental clarity is supported by how consistently you care for your entire physical system. You do not need to change all 5 habits during the same single day. Trying to repair everything immediately can create pressure and make long-term consistency less likely. Instead, try this simple one-day brain reset and gently observe how your mind responds. In the morning, wait 20 minutes before checking messages, news, email, or social media. Open a window or step outside briefly, so your eyes receive natural morning light. Move for several minutes, even if you only stretch or walk around your room. During the day, choose one focused period and complete only one clearly defined task. After learning something useful, write one idea and decide how you will use it. Give yourself 10 quiet minutes without music, messages, videos, podcasts, notifications, scrolling, or background noise. In the evening, lower stimulation and write unfinished thoughts somewhere safely outside your mind. Prepare your body for rest before complete exhaustion finally forces you to stop everything. Save this simple reset now, then try it tomorrow without expecting perfectly consistent results. Even completing 2 or 3 steps may help your mind feel quieter and clearer. Your brain probably did not become less intelligent, capable, focused, creative, or valuable overnight. It may be overstimulated, underrested, physically inactive, and filled with too much unprocessed information. The habits that reduce mental clarity often look completely normal within everyday modern life. Constant phone checking looks normal, and filling every quiet moment can seem completely harmless. Endless learning looks productive, while sacrificing sleep can appear ambitious, disciplined, responsible, or necessary. But repeated daily, these habits can slowly weaken focus, memory, and clear thinking over time. The solution is not perfection. It is creating more space for genuine mental and physical recovery. Choose less stimulation, more silence, less passive consumption, and more thoughtful daily application of ideas. Choose less exhaustion, more restorative sleep, less sitting, and more gentle physical movement throughout the day. Which habit will you change first? Less scrolling, more silence, creating, sleep, or movement? Write your choice in the comments because naming one change makes it more real. Subscribe to Calm Mind Habits for simple practices that support a calmer, clearer mind. If stress still exhausts your brain, watch our next video about 5 mental reset habits. Your brain may not need more pressure. It may simply need better daily habits.